Okay. Please don't believe who. Please, our learning work and God is helping us. So I do have like about 45 minutes to an hour to have a quick conversation with us, and the conversation is not going to change your life, contrary to what most of you think. The conversation is not going to turn you into a sales giant. The conversation is not going to make you your next 2 billion. The conversation is not going to make you your next 100 million. All right. But what you do with the conversation is a major determinant to how much the conversation yields. Are you with me? I've been privileged to speak in a lot of places. And at some point in time, I even stopped speaking. And my admin then asked me a question. And I replied, I told him, because then I was just upset. Because I was going around and I was having a lot of conversations, and you'll find out that right now, I'm going to speak for, like I said, about 45 minutes to an hour, and you probably will be motivated, you will levitate, you will jump up, but there's a minute fraction of people that are going to take action. Very minute. Probably 1 or 2 people here. And you know what will happen when I say things like this? Inside you, you say, I'll be part of those what? Those 1 or 2 people. But guess what will say happen? You still not do it. All right? And I tell my team members, my competitive advantage in life is simply the ability to reduce the distance between ideation and execution. I act fast. I'll tell them, successful people have failed more times than failures have even tried. So the failure attempt of a successful person exceeds the trial attempt of a failure. So I would rather do it and fail fast, And I told them my second competitive advantage is number 2, I would do it longer than everybody. That's the only guarantee I have. That if I make up my mind to do something, oh boy, forget it. Right? Because the average human being thinks he's too smart, calculate and all of that. An average human being can't stay for long. Are you with me? So I tell them that's my simple advantage. When an idea drops in my head, as I working with me, it's very difficult. In fact, we had to put a studio in my house. I had to build it in my house because I have an idea. I want to shoot a content. I enter the room. That midnight, the editor has received it. We can need that content out in the next 24 hours. I need to come out. And I do not shoot out any content that's not professional. I'm going to have those conversations with you. I don't do any content that is not professional. Starting, it's all right. But you see this iPhone and ring light? I don't show up like that. And you're going to have to invest that because there are 3 major skills you need in your sales game. Number 1 is sales skills. Number 2 is relationship building skills. So my handwriting is, I heard that people that are really smart, their handwriting are not. Yeah, there's a study. I'm not joking. So be encouraged. It's a science fact that if you are really smart, your handwriting will not be that fine because your brain speed is processing way faster than you can write. Some of you have terrible handwriting here. That's the first thing you've learned from this session. You have an excuse, right? You tell you, why is your own fine? You're not that smart. And then the third one is brand building skills. All right? And building your brand is the only reason you can do the same thing today and do the same thing in the next 5 years and be paid way more. All right? How many of you know they make almost all your phones in the same place? The same place in China. How many of you are aware? You guys don't know? They manufacture almost all your phones in the same place in China. It just comes out with different brand though. You're not aware? Yeah. Even your TVs. All your TVs. When when I'm strong, I'm sick like that, I get to stay home a lot. And I'm a very boring human being. Very, very boring human being. Very extremely boring. I'm extremely boring. I tell people, you can copy everything, but please don't copy my lifestyle. I'm extremely boring. So, I watched a 2-hour documentary, I think it was yesterday while I was at home. And, how many of you know TCL? TCL TV. People don't know TCL. What do you do with your free time? What do you watch with your free time? What do you watch? Let me believe you are watching Houses, Abi. Achalugo. So, let's move on. Right? So these are 3 skills, but let me not move into that. Now, many of us think we have a sales problem. And from the little years of experience in real estate that I've had, a lot of people do not have a sales problem. They actually have a what? A marketing problem. And we'll check it. Sales is you're having conversations, but those conversations are not closing out in money. Are you with me? But marketing is you're not even having enough people to have conversations with. Are you with me? So let me ask you a question. How many of you, this is your problem? You're talking to at least right now 100 people. Okay. How many of you, are not talking to up to 100 people right now? Let me see your hands. Keep your hands up. Okay. How many of you are talking to up to 50 people? Keep your hands up. How many of you are talking to up to 20 people? You are in conversations with 20 people to close the sale. Let me see your hands. How am I talking to 10 people? How am I talking? Thank you so much. How many of you are talking to 5 people? How am I talking to 3 people? People are saying, "Make stand up." That's where the issue is. So right now, there are only 3 people on your list, and you have carried their name to NSPPD. They are stressing Pastor Jerry. And Pastor Bolaji. Maybe my pastor, Pastor Aaron. People that they are grace used to chasing demons out. You are not speaking to up to 50 people, and now you are carrying their names. And that's where the problem is. Because on the average, if you are anybody who does marketing, you convert maybe, if you are a really great person, say 10%. Are you with me? So let's do the math. You're not speaking to up to 10 people on the average. You're speaking to 5 people. What's 10% of 5 people? What's 10% of 5? No, it's not up to 1. No. The chances of you closing one person is 0 as we speak. So many times, the sales you are making or you are not making is not from the lack of people you are not closing. It's because of the people you are not meeting. That's where the problem starts with. I tell my sales team, the people I say, I don't have a conversation with them on how you're closing. I said, how many conversations are ongoing? Because the more conversations you have, the more conversions you can have. Conversations equal to what? Conversion. I'm not interested in your capacity. Somebody has been working with me for a long while. He went to sales school with me. He's even here with us. And he told me something yesterday. Because he's been working with me since when I started my first business. When I started my first business, I started in 3,200 level in school. And I've always had staff. I have like 7 people on my payroll back then. And he told me, he said, you've never owed salaries. I said, yes. Because sales is not, you have to get to the point where your sales is scientific. Since 3,200 level, I've had business with about sales. I've never owed salaries 1 month. And I don't pay 2.5. You know, some organizations that pay you 2.5 salary. You know what I'm saying? I said, he said, you've never been part of when it's getting to salary. I said, yes, it's true, because we always have the money. And why we always have the money? Because it's a process that enables us to what? Always have the money. Are you following what I'm saying? All right? So many of us think we have a sales problem, but the real challenge is we have a what? Marketing problem. We are not talking to enough people for the odds to be in our favor. Are you with me? Let's move on. Do I have a pointer or you'll help me move the slides? Okay, thank you. Now, the first thing that I found out with many people when you want to transform people's lives is what I call the exam effect. And this is a concept that I developed when I was much younger. By the way, I'm extremely young. I don't like to say my age, Seth. When I'm in some circles, I'm young, like I'm very young. But however old you think I am, you're correct. You think I'm 88, you're correct. You think I'm 32, I'm correct. You think I'm 29, you're correct. You think I'm 21, you're correct. All right? So I developed the concept when I was in school. How many of you remember when you were in university and you resumed the university the first week? When you get there the first week, you have been motivated from home, right? Your parents tell you be a good child. Have you? Read your book. Remember the son of who you are. Have you? Remember this advice. Remember the home you are coming from. Remember that we took loan to send you to school. So I went to Covenant University and, we didn't have it really rosy. In fact, my father never paid my school fees. I was on a scholarship for the first 2 years and then I did something crazy. I decided to drop off the scholarship. And it's part of what I'm telling you now. This person, I'm saying it. I decided to drop off scholarship so I could pay my school fees. Because I know that if I needed to pay my school fees, I'll make the money. And I made the money, I paid my school fees, I graduated. So it's a very crazy, I'm a very crazy somebody. There's certain things I would do, I say, don't, you know when you see WWE, where they say, don't try this at home. I don't see, when I go to university, I don't talk like this, so that some people in universities can misread it. Go and come out, you don't finish, oh no, did you drop out? So it's exam effect. So if you me first week, I want you to say that this week, as I enter school, I'm going to read every 7 to 8 p.m. How many of you have done that before? I read 7 to 8 p.m. I'm going to read every weekend. How many of you have done that before? Then what happens when the weekend comes? It says, my mental health, it's not giving. You're tired, you can rest. And then next week you say, don't worry, I'll cover for the past 2 weeks. And you say, no, it's not that much. I just study it up. And you go like that until one fateful day. What happens? Exam timetable. Exam timetable always supplies everybody with supernatural capacity. Everything you could not do, you will start doing it. How many of you know what I'm talking about? All those reading that you could not read, my mental health, I'm tired, you'll be shocked. And guess what? As you are doing, you did night vigils now. Everything you can do to stay with cola nuts, put your leg in water, coffee. I know those devilish friends. Wake me up in 2 hours. Then you will sleep and wake the friend up. Have you woken up like this? I just know you are finished. Have you woken up? When you wake up, you just know, this course is a C or a D. Because, so you wake up, and in the middle of all those things, what would happen to you is you will find out that everything that you thought you could not do, you could actually do. You just didn't have enough pressure to do it. Have you found it out? I call that the exam effect. And guess what? When you are in that exam mode like that, you know how to tell yourself, this will be the last time in my life. By the next exam, the first week I what? But guess what will happen? That's how some of you graduated. Because it's the same thing. As human beings, I learned this story from my mentor. He says, we don't do what we should do. We only do what we must do. Your job in life is to convert all your shoulds to musts. One of the reasons why many of you aren't going to make a lot of progress in real estate is because there is nothing at stake. I hear what I'm saying. It's just I'm not even of the concept of side hustles. I tell my people, if I'm going to do something at all, I tell them, I do not do anything that I cannot do well. If I cannot do it well, I don't do it. Are you with me? Many of you, nothing is at stake. Nothing is at stake. Abi? Nothing is at stake. So one of the things you have to do is to put something at what? At stake. Be crazy like that. You'll be shocked. How many of you have had a sick relative that you had to maybe raise some money for them to get their health safe? Or do you know anybody that's done that before? Let me see your hands. Have you seen the way they raise the money? Have you seen it? Maybe the person meets an urgent this thing. Have you seen them? Do you think they are shy? They will pick the phone and call anybody, their boyfriend, their ex. See, I know we have broken up. Just wait. It's my mother we're talking about. Forgive me all the things. Anybody they can call. You know why? It's a matter of something is at stake. For many people in life, nothing is at stake. Are you with me? And that's where the problem is. So one of the first things to do to transform your life is to put something at stake. Are you hear what I'm saying? To what? Put something at stake. What that stake can be anything. That's the first thing I want you to do today. Some days, go and pay a deposit for a land. You know you cannot get the refund back. You know you have to finish the money. And you know you don't have the balance. That's how I do. I'm not joking. When I want to have an event, I just set the date and I go and pay for the hall. The moment I pay for the hall, except Jesus has come. That event to hold. You know, the last event we had in December, we organized it in 13 days. 13 days. I woke up that day. You know, I'm very inclined to Jesus, so I hear from God. So I woke up that day and I sensed it was time to do an event. I woke up and I told my team, so we're doing an event. We had already scheduled it for February, and I went to the space and I paid for them and I came back. I didn't know the name of the event. I didn't know what we were going to do in the event, but I knew it was time to do an event. That event was responsible for more than 100% of our revenue within 24 hours. Not the event too, after the event. The event sparked something in the brand value. Post the event, we made more than everything we had made that year, we made it that week. Everything, and we're in December, right? You will never hear me say my figures outside. Whatever you think I'm worth, that's what I'm worth. You can ask my people, you will never hear me say my figures outside. You can never get figures from my mouth. Whatever you think I'm worth, I'm worth. You're correct. Are you with me? So you have to put something at stake. That's number one. So you put something at stake. I'm going to ask you what you are putting at stake right now. What you're going to do to put yourself in a situation where you don't have an option. Put something at stake. Can I get another marker, please? This marker is out. Thank you. Stake. The next thing you have to do, right, is many times, let me ask you a question. Talk to me. If you earn 100 million naira now, what will you do? What did you say? What did you say? Chop. You want to eat 100 million naira? There's you go make chop make see road. We can organize the rest later. How many of you have seen when Dangote say went to withdraw his money? Was it $100 million? $10 million. Say went to go cash. Say we can see the money first. And I'm sure there's one branch manager that probably would have lost his job. Because if you withdraw $10 million from a bank, are you aware? They're going to come and beg you and lie down.
I don't think it was in Nigeria.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know which bank.
Has $10 million have been. Let's believe it's not in Nigeria. Because I've seen like that. I've seen, you know, I've seen, I don't know, please, this portion of the information should not go out. I've seen winners. And there was a bank manager like that was misbehaving. I think they were, I don't know, some rates on their money like that. And I was with a particular pastor, top pastor, I don't want to call his name for sensitivity, very top pastor, you know. And he was in charge of the accounts. And I was upset. He said, close the account now, move all the money out. Eh? Do you know what it means for winners? To move their money from your bank. I say, the regional manager is gone. And they closed that account too. The regional manager, they're going to come and lie down to come and get the money back. So what was I saying? The next is, so what will you do? You what? Invest where?
Say the truth.
Wait.
Why does it sound like
You invest in where?
gadgets?
That's investment.
Probably.
You do sell gadgets?
No, like sound equipment and
Or you do sound?
yes.
Oh, okay, amazing. But you are there sound? I know equipments are expensive, but will you spend the whole 100 million on equipment?
So I'll do buy sound gadget, then I'll probably do a studio.
Studio, okay. Yes, let me hear you. Lady in green. Glasses, it's you. Yes, it's not the person, it's you. Frosties. Okay. You see the problem with us. Okay, talk to me. You say
I'll say it's at 10%.
10%.
It's at 10%.
Okay.
To my saving account.
Okay.
Then I'm a data analyst. I'll get necessary media so equipment I need to get to advance my stuff. So I'll do that. Then I'll invest in the land property.
Go buy the whole lot. Say make Coach very close estate. So I'm not selling again.
No, I'll get my partner.
Okay. Now you see the problem is many of us don't know that there are three kinds of dreams. And the dream you should pay attention to is called fun dreams. There's a book, I think is by Tom Barrett, forgotten name, God of Mercy. Fun dreams. Pay attention. You see, there's legacy dreams. That's why you're saying intelligent things. I will invest, I'll do all this. But the problem with those kind of dreams, legacy dreams, I've forgotten the first one, is, look, they don't have the ability to consistently supply you energy to keep going. So one of the things you must have is you must have a fun dream. Are you with me? My own fun dream for last year was that I was going to move to a very expensive estate. And the estate I'm in now, God is merciful. You hear what I'm saying? So remember, the first thing I said, you have to what? Set a what? Consequence. Next thing, set a what? Fun dream. Have you noticed when real estate companies, are selling stuff, and then they put, maybe there's a 10% commission, there's a 20% commission, you know, people make sales. But then when they put something like a trip to Ghana, have you noticed that somebody can sell for a trip to Ghana, that trip is more important to him or excites him more than the commission? How many of you know what I'm talking about? But do you know how much a trip to Ghana to and fro is? Guess how much the plane ticket is? 500K. Then a trip to Ghana is the incentive for selling 100 million. The commission they are paying the person at 10% is how much? 10 million. But guess what's exciting the person? 500K. It's not to and fro. I checked it with Airpiece or someone one air. You know why I'm saying that? Because the problem is many times we don't understand that sales is more an energy sport than it is a sport of logic. It's easier for you. Let me ask you a question. What's the theme of the year in your church? Lady on gold and black. What's the theme of the year in your church?
Legacy era.
Talk to me.
Legacy era.
Did you wake up thinking of legacy today?
Yes, I
Like the first thing on your mind when you woke up today was legacy?
did. No.
You see, that's the issue. You see, let me tell you the truth. It's easy to wake up thinking about a trip to Ghana, thinking about a luxury bag, don't be too sensible when you want to set the things you used to rejoice if you set your goals. Set something that excites you. Are you with me? It would supply you a longer energy to pull through. Does that make sense? So that's the foundational groundwork I want to lay before we go into strategies. Next slide, please. Let me move a bit faster. Good. So let's zoom in on marketing. Found out that marketing is our problem. Next slide, please. Right now, you see, when we want to market a lot of times, I'm coming, please. Sorry, I just moved to Samsung and I don't know how y'all are doing it. I don't know. It's my version of youthful exuberance. I'm using Apple stores. So I just moved to Samsung. When was it? Last week, Abby? So I'm still getting a hang of it. But I'll still insult Samsung users. Non-Apple users always collect from everywhere I go. Good. So let's zoom in on marketing. Go back. Aha, I knew you skipped the slides. That's why I was opening the iPad. I'm the one that prepared it. You skipped the slide. They didn't prepare it for me. You do. So I want you to write this definition down. Marketing is everything you do to become known as a solution to the problem you solve. I want you to write it down. It's everything that you do to become known as the solution to the problem you solve. I want you to add a last line to it. By the people who have the problem. I'm waiting for you to write it down. But you even have to write. Remember, I'll give you the slides because of time. Everything you do to become known as the solution to the problem that you solve. And there's a lot here. But one of the first things I want you to know is, I was telling my people this morning while I was coming here. You see, I think everybody, I'm going to do, if I wanted to rename this slide, just say, let me know. I wanted to rename this slide, Market Like a Yahoo Boy. Right now in this classroom, how many of you have encountered fraudsters before? Let me see your hands. In some way, form, or shape. You received an email from them, they've attempted to hack your WhatsApp. Let me tell you like this. You see, the problem with good people is they bank on their goodness. But bad people, do you know how much work they put in? Do you know if the average business owner was as hardworking as a Yahoo boy trying to scam them, their business would be way bigger than it is. Think about it. Everybody in this room has encountered somebody trying to scam us. It means they are right there in their room, 24/7, not sitting down believing for customers. They are doing some work attempting to reach customers, which is why they have reached you. The question is, which work are you doing to reach customers? That's the problem. Just think about those guys. Which work are you doing to reach customers? What we do is we build our solution, which in this case is real estate, and we automatically think because we have a good solution, people are going, no. Your job is to become known to the people who have the problem you are solving. And that becoming doesn't happen automatically. For some of us, the problem is we are not known. For some of us, the problem is we are not known as a solution. So there's an uncle somewhere right now, and that's why your friends are buying real estate from other people. And they are being, how many of you know people like that? They are, what you are selling, they are buying from another person. And it's upsetting you. Some of the friendship are spoiled. They know you as a friend. You know, I mean, we've been in a relationship for, working with the boy or working with the girl for maybe 1-2 years. And I say, what are we? They say, we're pencils. That would be great. You know what I'm saying? It's important. Everything you do to become known. Because see, what I found out is, in the past 1 year, I've been privileged to, because I'm also a business strategist, to work a lot closely with HNIs, people doing, say, $1 billion and above. And what I found out is, there's more money looking for people than people looking for money. Do you know that? Are you aware? Yeah. There's more money looking for people than people looking for money. There are more jobs looking for people than people looking for jobs. You know, I'm in a very in-between position now. In the past 1 month alone, I've sat down with rooms and there's money. You know, I was even telling one of my team members, it's difficult to even recommend. People just misbehave nowadays. How many of you have recommended somebody for a job, person misbehaved? You know, it's happened to me in the past month alone. I've put 4 recommendations, some jobs up to $1 million. Person just misbehaved. So I said, do you have anybody that can do it? I don't have. There's more money. How many of you, this has happened to you on Sunday morning, you're about to go to church, then you pick up the clothes you have to wear and you realize it's torn somewhere. How many of you has happened to before? Now, at that point, what are you praying for? Tailor should pass, Abi. Obi Oma should. How many of you have prayed like this? That tailor somewhere is doing what? He's praying for customers. You are doing what? You are praying for tailor. So it's not enough to have the solution. That connection must what? Must happen. All right. So let's move on quickly to the next slide. I want to take a lot of time here. And one of the things we must be able to define in our marketing game, yes, this is where I begin to zoom in, and I want to increase your attention if it hasn't been at the max. One of the first things you must do is you must be able to define who your ideal client is. I have to say this is very important. You see, our company is named Z Realty. The name Z actually was coined from Gen Z. We actually coined it from Gen Z and added double E to it. Are you with me? Just to make it a bit, sorry. To make it a bit, yeah. And actually, we wanted to register Z Realty actually. But I think somebody had registered it, so we couldn't register it, so we had to funk it up a bit. See, you must realize, let me start from somewhere, that look, everybody is not your customer. Are you with me? And the real problem with many realtors is, many realtors are very sporadic in their action. Everybody is not your what? It's not your customer. It's not your customer. It's not your customer. You must define who you are looking for, at least for now. It can change along the way, but you must know who you are looking for. Are you with me? When we started this, immediately we realized that our clients, many times, if you're a young person and you're buying property, most of our clients are going to be first-time purchasers. Are you with me? If they're first-time purchasers, there's a very high chance they know little or nothing about land. When we came into the market, 90% of all we were doing was educating. 90%. Because our ideal client probably doesn't know anything about land. I remember one day somebody was arguing with me that the land never had a seal, but it has the governor's consent. I was like, calm down. give him modes. Sit down first. You know, when I started, I'm explaining because you need to understand. When I came into real estate back then, I did a lot of study. I took a course on property law. I was that detailed. And one of these days, they sent a contract of sale to me, and I took my pen, and I corrected the contract, and I sent it back to the lawyer. And I told the lawyer, they said, this is what our lawyer wrote. I said, tell your lawyer, he doesn't know what he's writing. And he corrected it back, because he was wrong. Who is your ideal client? Who am I looking for? You are looking for everybody. That's the problem. And then everybody is not in the same place. Are you with me? Because who you're looking for is going to influence a whole lot of things. For example, the first question is, where are they? Online or offline? When we started, I'm going to say a couple of things, you know. Coach, are you cutting this thing for excerpts?
Yes.
Okay. So when there's a part that you should not cut, I'll say don't cut first. So when you're editing it, you have to be very strategic. When we started, and we wanted to answer these questions, who are they? We realized that, they were young people, and, we actually invested a lot in that brand document. It's probably the highest investment I've done in my life, in a business, the initial branding, because we had to get it right. We had to get the messaging right. All right. If you look through our page on Zerity, you'll find out the dexterity of our graphics. It was very orchestrated. All right. In fact, I tell them my competitors are not other realtors. Cut this part when you're cutting now. I'll tell you when to play it out. Right now, my competitors are not other realtors. As we speak, our competitor is PiggyVest. Because rather than taking their money to PiggyVest, why can't they take it to me? So realtors are competing against each other. I said, no. Our competition right now is PiggyVest. Our competition right now is RiseVest. Our competition is Bamboo. Are you with me? That's how we started thinking from the beginning. So realtors are here fighting themselves. I just said, look, no. This conversation is too low level. Leave them. And that's why if you notice the average realtor, notice how they do their videos. We put in a lot of work into what we do. In fact, part why I'm sick is actually because of our working. That's not like to ourselves. So who are your ideal clients? That's the question. Where are they? Online or offline? When we started Zerity, what I did, a lot of people don't know, one of the things we did when I started the company was I took every invitation that I got from a private university. Every invitation I got from a private university to speak, I went there. In fact, we actually created an ad and targeted all the private universities in the country. We set a list, the top 30 most expensive school fees, and we launched a campaign there. In the past year, I've gone to almost all the main private universities that matter. I'm trying to tell you, so when a speaking invitation came, it wasn't magic. Let me say to you, Yoruba, what if I read me pa? We've taken our ad and we shot it there. In the past 1 year alone. With any private university, I say private university, in fact, I've had to. So I'm trying to tell you, these things are not, it's very calculated. We took an ad and we searched the top 30 private universities with the highest school fees. And we shot our ad to that place for over a year. Are you with me? Some other time, we find a very huge event there and we sponsor it. You know why this is important? You need to be looking for where are they? Online. Where are your people? Some of you, the class of people you're selling to 35 to 45, you should not be basing on Instagram. You should base it on Facebook. Because if you guys know the older generation is on Facebook, yeah? So what are you doing on Instagram? Are you with me? It's extremely important. Where are they? Online or offline? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Anywhere my clients are in volume, I must find myself there. If not that I have a clashing schedule and I was a bit under the weather. Right now, Pan Atlantic, they're having their what they call them, like college week next week. Do you know what Pan Atlantic University is? Do you know how much their school fees is? Pan Atlantic is like for the people who wanted to go outside the country, but they couldn't really go like that. Cut this part, thank you. Are you hear what I'm saying? So it's important. You have to find exactly where they are online. You have to find where they are offline. So right now, your notes, as I'm saying this, it's just that, this is a short session. There's an actual workbook that I've brought for you. You have to define it. If I'm looking for young people who have the camp, where are they? One of the things you identify, as I'm sick like this, I was up to like 2 a.m. yesterday. And because we're launching a new campaign. And one of the things we're looking at, but the tech people. These people have a lot of money that they are not using. Are you aware? If you are a real tech, but not those ones that are just trying to, that are trying to, they have a lot of money they're not using. The highest purchaser from us is a tech bro. One purchase from the guy changed our destiny because he had other friends that did what? The same thing. We had a streak of purchases. So we said, wait, what are these tech people? That's the question you should be asking yourself. You think people that go to Lagos Business School, everybody is going there to learn? Do you know the least course in Lagos Business School is an agric course? They go there to do it. They're not going for any agric. They're going there because they want to meet people. And they'll tell you. As a real estate CEO looking for studying agric. Someone is studying agric in Lagos Business School. And he loves agric. He wants to do agri revolution in the country. Let's stop like each other. It's not true. Are you following what I'm saying? Because the people you are looking for, they are not looking for you. Do you know that? You have to look for them. Where are they? Online, offline. We had a schedule right now. I'm not crazy. We just go online and we look for tech events. And software developers, coding, and it's something that I don't know. Since when I was much younger, it didn't make sense to me. Real estate people will go to real estate expos to try and sell. It just never made sense to me. You go there to brand, you get what I'm saying? So the pictures can show that, you say if you're in the industry where things are happening. But you don't go to places like that to sell. So you know where we go? Tech events. All right? Where they are doing accounting, ICANN. They are doing ICANN investiture. It's not your business. You will go there. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You will go there. So what we do, we make a list. Think about it. Let me give you an example. And what I tell people is you could literally change your life in the next 6 months. If you wake up today, go to eventbrite.com, search for tech events, go to a tech event and exchange contacts to at least 20 people per event. In 5 events, you have 100 new people viewing your status. Do you know that? If you're consistent in posting content, it's almost impossible that you don't make a sale. But you know the problem? You'll be inspired and nobody is going to do it. That's what the problem is. All right? So why are your people online? Why are your people where? Offline. Now, the next thing is, what do they do? I've had that conversation. What's their worldview? I want to zoom in on this because, see, many of us, you see, Coach Boris shared the story, I came from poverty. Myself, I came from poverty. Almost all of us here, we came from where? From poverty. My problem is some of us are sitting there. And I'm trying to help you move from the poverty. See, poverty, you don't know. Me, I'm telling you that you don't know because I didn't know. Poverty has given you eyeglasses, has given you a lens by which you see the world. I promise you. And you don't know. That's the bad thing. Jesus will say in the Bible, if you think your light, if you don't have light, your light is darkness, and you think that darkness is light, how terrible are you? Let me tell you something. Let me give you an example. Proof that poverty is still, you and poverty are still having internal conversations. Let me ask you a question. How many of you feel that 2 meat on 1 plate of rice is you don't know how to explain it. If you cook, it's maybe reserved for the father of the house. How many of you still think like that inside your heart? Big meat, I'm not talking about those 200 naira meat in Yamaria. How many of you feel like meat is a reward? Who said the rice should be more than the meat? Think about it. Because we actually do need more protein. It's poverty. I'm telling you. See, and the problem, let me tell you what is important. When you begin to have conversations with somebody, nobody wants to become your miracle. Do you know that? If they don't think you have handled that kind of money before, they are not willing to become your experiment. When you start having, let me tell you a story that happened to me. That's why I knew that, God has to do all of us. One of these days I went to the supermarket. I went to go and get inner shirt and boxers. Now, I don't know about everybody, but for me, when I go and look for inner shirt and boxers, I just go and look for the cheapest, right? It's not something that anybody's seen. Where it's inside, it's the clothes that they're seeing that should be what? I hear what I'm saying. So as I was searching, 3.5, no, 3.250, not going down, find the cheapest one. One other guy, I can never forget, this thing changed my life. One other guy came. The guy came to also come and buy boxers. So I thought I was helping the guy. I said, Chief, I found the cheapest one is here. You know that, the way Jesus said, I've died for you, you don't have to die. So I said, I found it for you, you don't have to go any further. The guy looked at me and he didn't say a word. And he just continued shopping. It pained me. Then we're going to check out. And the guy brought what he was buying. And it was way more expensive. And what the guy was looking at, that's when I even knew that they used to back then. And there are different materials. Yeah, this one has 65% polyester. I like poly what? These are way boxers and bigger. Polyester core. And the guy bought a mix. Yeah, so this one, the cotton content is more. So I think I'll wear it during the, wow. And I realized poverty has colored my eyes. The problem is, many of us, when we get here, We are talking way off because our worldview is not their worldview. I remember a lady, and see, once I'm very busy and an individual, personally. You know, there's a lady that I met when I went to a conference. She's a realtor for a particular real estate company. She's been trying to reach me one of these days, and I just couldn't respond. One of these days, she eventually placed a call. She placed a call to me. I picked up the phone. She said, "Sir, you've not been answering my text." I said, "I apologize. I'm quite busy. It's not my fault." And she said, "I've been trying to sell a property to somebody, yada, 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 yada," speaking all the English. She said, "Can you imagine? Some of them are living in Lekki, paying rent of 10 million, and they don't even have a land to their name." Blah, 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 blah. And I looked at her for a split second. I said, but, and she just didn't want to listen to me. And I have a very serious philosophy. If you called me for advice and you are talking more than me, you probably know more than me. So I'll keep quiet. How can you call me for advice? You know, and I've been trying to talk to the guy. I said, wait, somebody who is renting a house for 10 million does not have a land in his name and all of that. And I paused. I'm trying to tell him to buy 200. Do you know there are certain deals that you take to some people that they count you as unserious? Do you know that? Imagine trying to sell a 500k land to Dangote. Just think about it. So the conversation she was having was off that guy's worldview. Way off. Because to her, and she was trying to make the guy feel like he's irresponsible. You that you are staying in Makoko. You are trying to advise someone to buy land. With your responsibility. Do you have 10 million to rent house? So many of us, our worldview is different. I'm telling you. And it's in the little things. You know, I was one of my mentors. They were about to, I think it was about to get a 15 million funding. Back then when 15 million was a lot of money. I was about to get that funding, and he sat down and they were drinking. And I'm going to tell you one of the things you must do. See, if you were born into poverty, just like a couple of us, you have a lot of work to do. Are you with me? And that work is the work of investing in your exposure. Are you with me? I'm going to have that conversation with you. So he sat down at the table like that, and it was, you know, the investors were, you know, all of it. So the lady came and said, "Okay, what would you like to have?" And then the guy ordered, I think the investor ordered, I think it was cappuccino coffee. And then they asked him, "What do you like to have?" Now, the only coffee that he knows is 3-in-1. You know, how much 3-in-1 now? 200, I'll be 400, I don't even know. 350, 250, buy 500, yeah, okay. I'll be matching with 500 bread. You go. You gotta face your battles. But the person knew that it was in front of the investor. So his father has taught him, when they ask you, you say if you trade back to them, say, "What do you recommend?" You know. Then when they say the first option, you not allow them to say the second one. You know, so to look like they reminded you. You get what I'm saying? So the person said latte. You get what I'm saying? As the person said latte, "Oh yes, that one, that's the one I want." Now, to now ask his wife, "What would you have too, ma?" Then, sharp wife, he said, "Latte too." I follow my husband. Then that's how you know that waiter was sent from hell. The waiter said, "But latte is no good for women. So which other option will you want?" Bam, there was silence. There was silence in the room. And that's how, as they said it like that, that investor did not even go back to the money conversation, wrapped up the conversation, and didn't give them the money. I'm telling you the truth. Later, they went to go and check. That latte, or I think cappuccino or whatever, was about 1,500 naira. I'm telling you the truth. If they had gone there and just taken maybe cappuccino, they would have gotten them 15 million. You see, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say something I'm not saying publicly before. Cut this part. I only spend personally, out of every commission I have as a human being that we make, I only have 12.5%. The remaining money goes back into growing the company, growing the brand and exposure. How much do I have? 12.5%. If you give me 1 million naira or 10 million naira in commission, I only have 1,250,000 naira. I don't have more than that money. And it's the same way you should allocate your commission. Many of us don't treat this thing like a business. You should have a fraction, be saving it for exposure. Every month, take yourself somewhere that you have not gone to before. At the very least, be studying their menu. I know what I'm saying? So that when you get somewhere else, it doesn't look surprising. Are you following what I'm saying? These little things I'm telling you are very minute things, but they transform how you think. Are you with me? So what's your worldview? All right? You are here complaining that there's no light. Now I was telling somebody yesterday, it was in my house, about last week. I said, no wonder rich people cannot follow you people to protest. They can't follow you people to protest. They will be talking from up, but they can't follow you people to protest. Because this country, life is not fair. I don't even remember when there was no lights. Was it last week or when did the grid, or like 1 or 2 days? It's in your side there was no lights. It's in your side. Inside that's where there was no lights. There were certain places that still had lights. In fact, there were certain estates that they high marked that still had lights. You know why? You don't have lights. So you are there, complain about NEPA, complain about this thing. That's not their worldview. Until you start thinking like the people you want to be talking to, the synergy will not happen. And that's the problem with many of you. That's the problem with many of you. Your worldview is different. Let me touch on the last one and I move quickly. And the last one is, how best can we reach them? How best can you reach people? For example, are you aware that sometimes one of the best places to reach people is in church? Do you know that? Everybody who is a big man in the office is small in the eyes of God. Let me even tell you something. Someone I know trying to get a job, apply to the CEO, talk to, the legal processes. Luckily for her, she sees the CEO in her church. She just walks up. So I've applied for, by Monday she gets the job. Because in church there's a compassionate, brotherly, help. There's almost nobody that advertises stuff to me in church. You want to help, Even if you don't directly, there's someone in your mind, if I help this guy, his money goes up, his tithe goes up, he can give to God, and indirectly give to God. You know what I'm saying? He can't scam me, guys I go drag and go in service unit leader, and all of that. So how best can we reach these people? How best can we reach these people? Is it online? Is it, sometimes you don't need to reach them, but you need to reach the people who can reach them. We're going to talk about that as we go on. You need to reach the people who can reach them. Those people are more important. More important. Are you with me? I'm going to move fast because of time. I have quite a lot to cover. Let's move to the next slide, please. What's going on? Abi, as you start to tell my time is up. different techniques I don't see you. This speaking. You're off your mic. All right. So what's happening, please? I need to. All right. Okay, so because of that, I'll just zoom in on the last point. So how best can we reach them? And one of the things I want you people to learn is write this down. How you meet somebody is more important than meeting them. I'll say it again. How you meet somebody is more important than meeting them. How you meet people is more important than meeting them. I'll give you an example. There's one of our clients we're coaching a consulting firm where I, work. And we told him he's a developer, develops high-end houses. And because he develops high-end houses, his houses are like, 200-300 million, builds 20-30 minutes from the airport. And he did something. So we said, look, a lot of people who can buy your properties, and if you notice now, that's why if you notice almost all developers are going to do UK conference. How many of you have seen it? Know why? Because people in the country are broke. They do UK house meet and greet, because they are going to collect the money from the people in the abroad, right? I wish I had time. I will even explain the UK system to you. And so they had an opportunity for him. We had an opportunity to get him to the UK House of Lords, all right? You know, the UK House of Lords, sort of like the Senate of the UK. Speaking opportunity there. Got there, and by the time he got there, there was somebody who he has been trying to sell a house on. And then he told the guy, I'll be in the UK House of Lords. Had an invite. He said, meet me there. Are you with me? The guy said, House of Lords. I've been here in this country for how many years? Because the House of Lords, the security is so dense. You submit your data, I think about 3 months before you go there. They do a security background check on you before they clear you. When they eventually clear you, when you get there, before the entrance to the place, there's a 45-minute security check before you get in. So the guy got into the place. When the guy got into the place, the person he has been looking for, trying to sell since, speaking English, the person brought £100,000 cash and gave him and paid for the house. You know why? Because the philosophy is, if this guy is here inside the UK House of Lords, are you get what I'm saying? Is 100,000 the problem that doesn't look at something that can remove my money? Because how you meet people, I want you to learn this. So there are some people that I have an opportunity to meet, but I will intentionally not meet them that way. Because how I'll meet them, and rich people have a thing. They do not have the capacity to change your image in their mind from the first time. Do you know that? That's why that your rich uncle that used to collect money from, now you're trying to sell land to him. That image of you, when you go to his house and then you want to leave, you say, Uncle, I'm going to. You know what that means? When you're leaving his house. And you say, Uncle, I'm going to. Go! Which one's Uncle, I'm going? You say, Uncle, I'm going to. Now he will not bring out 2K and give you. It's really difficult for him to change that image now and trust you with 200 million. Because how you meet people is more important than what? Meeting them. Very important. Let's move to the next slide. The moment you define your ideal client, one of the things you need to then do is pick a real estate band. I saw this guy post something. Go back, please. Go back. Good, thank you. I saw this guy post something and I was laughing. Extremely true. He said, no be to post 500 million naira house. You they sell them. They sell them. See, let me tell you something. I think it was Aristotle that said, man, be true to thyself. Let me tell you, I went for an allocation. I was telling my two of us, I said, man, I share with this real estate. Why doesn't let anybody kill you? I went to allocation, and I rarely go for allocation. I'll send the staff. But that client was so important to us, I had to go. So I came back. In fact, we had a session in a hotel that day. I came back that Friday night, but the next morning, we had to travel down to Ibadan. Went for the client's allocation, and one realtor stopped me. Say, please, let me stand in front of this block. And you say that I'm a client that have just been allocated this property. So she called like 4 or 5 people like that. She arranged them. I said, look, I can't do this. Beyond that, I do have a personal brand. You can post this in that somebody online knows me. And that's how they will catch you. But beyond that, I can't even do it. Like a personal principle. So she just went to side like that. Sometimes they arrange clothes. They wear like 4 or 5 of their friends, wear them different clothes. You know what I'm saying? And they stand in front of like 4 or 5 plus, and they'll say 10 plots sold out. Udogu spending. So when I came back from it, I said, what people they do on top of this real estate? Now, wow. You know why? There's so much pressure. See, you can sell everything, but I don't think you should market everything. Did you hear what I said? You can sell everything, but I don't think you should what? Market everything. Choose a real estate band. You see, this usually 0 to 5M. They're usually first-time buyers. All right? And when I say choose, it doesn't mean choose the lowest. Some of you need to stay within a band and focus on it. A very serious problem with many people is they're too everywhere. Today, you have a 400K land on your status. Tomorrow, there's a 2 billion house on your status. It's a game of luck like that. I know if you get what I'm saying. Take a band and stay there. This 5 to 15 million band, they're usually the most difficult set of people to sell to. Do you guys know that? 5 to 15 million. Wait, who sell properties in this place? Anybody has sold 5 to 15 million land, you've sold around like 9, 10 million. I'm not talking about multiples of this, so I'm talking about the value of this land. Because it's here that they'll now start saying, let me talk to my lawyer. But the problem is they don't have enough money to get an actual lawyer. So the lawyer is their friend, Auntie Chinyere. You know, and he'll be stressing your life up and down, trying to form farmer. 8.5 million land. Those lands, they say, voila. But once you get here, 15 to 50 million, and they trust you, they'll just be buying from you like water. And then, you know, you go. So choose a band and focus, double down on it. You see, the goal, and because there's this illusion that people have, that if you're selling higher end properties, it then means you're making more money. It's not always true. First of all, sometimes those higher end properties, they're like 12 realtors in between. Have you seen where they're share 5 million among 18 people? I don't want to tell you some experiences. If that's where you have strength, no problem. If you can grow into, and when you start, doesn't have to be where you end, but concentrate your marketing efforts on a band. Are you with me? Yeah. Zoom in there, create content around it, follow it up, because the average person sees things about 5 to 7 times before they buy, right? But the problem is you post this one today, you post another one when? Tomorrow. Then the one you posted today, the next one you post is on the 30th of the month. Are you with me? So your marketing is too unorganized. Choose a band and stay there. Don't let anybody pressure you. Like I said, where you start doesn't have to be where you end. It could get to the point where, because at this point, when we started real estate, how much was the first land I sold? I can't remember. Like 400K, I can't remember back then. But I started finding out, because what happens is if you're loyal to some set of people, like we're loyal to your young people, we started finding out that these people are shifting in life. A lot of them are getting tech jobs. You know, a lot of them are moving, you get what I'm saying, into employment spaces, KPMG here and there. Now, because they are moving, they have more money. I know you get what I'm saying. So this band that we started with, automatically, because our people are moving, we started moving. I know if you understand what I'm saying. I remember there's someone reached out to us, wanted to buy a 55 million naira house, pay the cash. This guy was secondary school. I don't made it in life. Are you with me? So sometimes, choosing a band and being loyal to those people, you will move with them. Sometimes you have to just, you know, you don't have to start from the list based on the network that you have. Are you with me? So it's something you have to pay attention to as a realtor. You have to be able to focus on what you are doing. Don't be sporadic. Some people are doing every single thing. You are doing rent, you are doing shortlet, you are doing land in Ekpe, you are doing land in Ibeju, you are doing land in Monia, you are doing land in Kaduna, even land places you have no, we don't know about. You just take every poster and just post it. The problem is your marketing is going to be random. And random marketing takes more energy than strategic marketing. You know that? That's when you start hearing, I've been doing a lot. I've been here for 6 months, I've not sold anything. I remember testimonies like that. Or your own testimonies, you have still not sold anything. Because you're random. Are you with me? You are better, you have better chances with repetition than in posting one thing, you know, and then letting it start. So really, really important. Let's move on quickly. This is the next thing I want to talk about. I picked a series of core points that I think valuable for you. Your network analysis. When I started selling real estate, I've done a couple of businesses in my life. You know, I've done probably anywhere 7 to 8 businesses since I was 200 level, up to when I hit real estate. Please pay attention, and I want you to listen to me very carefully. I'm sorry, because I'm managing myself very strategically, Abi. I've tried throughout this session, Abi. Yes. Please, just manage me like this. So this is like 60%. I need to, so I can get to the end successfully, Abi. Is it the time to the end I shall be saved, Abi? Please, I'm just managing myself to the end. So listen, your network analysis. When I started real estate, I had about a lot of people, you know, young people like that. Because let me tell you people, I don't have this story of I came into real estate for my first 6 months, I did not sell anything. I don't know if you have those stories. And, you know, I was trying. Then all of a sudden, you know, something, I sold, I got my first commission. I don't have that story. In fact, it's real estate that started me. I didn't start real estate. I was in a training session one day, and I just been inclined to start it. I just mentioned it randomly in that session. And it was a day, just like today, in that session. Get one land for them. I've never been to the land. They just share me a poster. He cut this parts. I don't know where the land was. I don't know anything jack about real estate. Just sell this land. 100K wa lórí ẹ̀. Ṣé wọ́n mi ni? Owó rèé. So you didn't just call a couple of people. There's my father, my friend's father, had a couple of submissions. I just called, I said, land, it's okay. So one of the days I was just teaching a session, I just randomly, did you lock it? No, please open it now. Okay, it's affecting him. Okay, sorry. And all of that. The long and short was, I woke up the next day and my admin, because my number is not always in the public open. So they reached out to my admin. Somebody reached out to my admin that they're trying to get me. I used to live on the island. That's why today I don't think I can live on the island. But I've stopped saying I can never do something. Because the kind of money I can have now, Banana Island, you get what I'm saying? I can live on that island. Not the Songotenu. There's island, there's beyond the land. All of you from, let's even pity Chevron people. You see, once you pass that Chevron, it is bad land beyond the land, or mainland from another perspective. But right now I stay in Maryland, very demure place. So I stayed in Songotenu for a while. So this person calls. My admin calls me. In fact, I think I was tired that night, woke up early in the morning. They call me. Say, sir, some people are coming all the way from Ibadan by faith that before they get to Lagos, they will find your number. They said they want to go and check out the land that you talked about. I woke up from sleep with that call. When I woke up from the call, I almost called them. Someone cannot play with you again. So I called the real estate company. Luckily for me, it was close to my house. Went there. They said they have driver, real estate company. They will get driver a car. Okay. They called their driver, called the car. So I couldn't even have my bath. That's how bad it was. I jumped. We went to the site. Then Ekpe was just beginning of when Ekpe was blowing. Like, what I mean beginning of Ekpe blowing. Ekpe now. Ekpe now Oblate side now. But the beginning. Went there, drove down there, saw the land, came back, she paid in full. I went back to go and have my bath. I said, this real estate. Are you wanting me? No. Some marketing, I probably did almost 67% of that company's revenue. It was a miraculous story, and I love miracles. I'm a Christian. But you see, I always try to study how I get good results. Because until I understand it, I cannot replicate it. And a very core principle of success in my life is not how much I have, but how much I can help other people to have. So I started studying my life. Why was it so easy for me? And this is not the first time it's happened. I started up a business, it blows up. All right? We had a company called Revest, real estate investment. We would take money, build up a property, sell it, and share the money back. We did a project in VGC, 2 houses. Each house was 250 million. We raised up all the money, built all the houses, and gave everybody back their profits. We don't run that company again because when we did it that time, and we saw the real estate market, we say if we continue, it's probably a day we'll raise this money and cement will go to 10.5 or 15.5, and then we'll be in prison. I don't back up on that day. So we left it. But I always ask myself, why was it so easy? And it was not easy for some other people. And then I backstudied myself and I understood something. Listen to me quite carefully. Some of you, your parents have done a good work for you. Immediately I found this out, I appreciated my father a lot more. Which is why I want to tell you, whenever you're going to be a parent, see, you can cut this part. There are some stupid ideologies. Permit me to use that word that people say. I'm sorry. They say if you send your child to a very good school where things are a lot more controlled, your child do not have street sense. That you should go to some schools where, see, that's a very dumb ideology. Because in the next 20 years, hear me carefully, who your child knows will be more important than what your child knows. I'm telling you the truth. In the next 20 years, who your child knows. How many of you know the average knowledge in school, I think 5 years it expires now because of the rate at which this is growing. Less than 5 years now. Who your child knows in 20 years is going to be more important than what your child knows. And a very serious factor to who your child is going to know is the schools your child is going to go to. Some people had the advantage of quality networks. And I'm saying this very respectfully. Some of you didn't have that base advantage. Your job is not to point fingers. Your job is to go and find it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? When I sat down, I realized, in fact, you could cut this part also. When I was in primary school, my father used to borrow money to put us in the best school. It didn't make sense. Down to university. I'm telling you the truth. When I was in primary school, probably 10, 15 years ago, we used to pay 200k school fees. Do you know what 200k school fees for primary school 15 years ago was? 200k, primary 3. Probably the most expensive school. And I'll see my daddy go to work. He'll work so hard, struggle, and put us there. Let me tell you the truth. So by the time I began to study, I realized that the average person in my network was extremely rich. And it was not something I intentionally did. So anything I started, there were people who were willing to try me out with 5 million. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. The testing is 5 million. We finished school in the last month. At least 5 of my people have gone abroad. When they go abroad, because, and I'm not trying to, I hope you understand this. I'm not trying to demean whatever school you went to. I'm trying to let you know that if you don't have the privilege of a quality network, then you have to put in more work to build it. Because I realized I wasn't about the skills. I was just in a privileged circle because of the strategic decisions that my parents made. And probably they didn't even know they were making it that time. So when you start a business in a place like Covenant University, where the school fees is 1.5 million, 2 million, I don't even get what I'm saying. The average student in that school, I mean, there are people that don't have money, you get what I'm saying? But the average student in that school most likely has what? Has money. The average student in that school, when you are done, they're getting out of this country. Average in Pan-Atlantic, when they're done, they're getting out of this country. So now, I'm here. There are 6, 7 people in the United Kingdom. There are 6, 7 people in the United States. They want to buy land. Who do you think they're coming to? Now, the land we're selling, Pinnacle City is 800k. Do you know how much 800k is in dollars? Do you know how much that is in dollars? Come on. I don't get what I'm saying. It's like a weekly pay. They could buy a plot of land a week with the minimum job. Another realtor comes into the system. And I'm saying this with all due respect. You didn't go to an amazing school. You don't have a quality network. You grew up in a local place. 2 of us have the same skills. It can take you 1 year to hit your first sale. Because when you post on your status, the people that are seeing it are people that they owe you money. But all of you are in Pampe. You get what I'm saying? Right? So listen, when we come to your, this is something, the day I sat down, I said, oh my God, everybody needs to do what we call a network analysis. You need to analyze the strength of your network and be true to yourself. I'm telling you, say, as I am now, I'm broke, and everybody around me is what? Broke. We're all broken. In the same way, I have certain disadvantages. For example, I realized that I had no connection to political power. None. So now if, you know this time they say, and do you know who I am? You call somebody show up, police show up. I don't have those connections. So early in life, what did I do? I started walking my way up those ladders to have connections in the relevant high places. I never get what I'm saying. So I was able to identify my advantages, I said, that's because I know I don't have connect. I know they too find trouble like that too. My license is complete. Because, do you know who I am? I'm nobody. And the way I solicited for it was, I started building brand early in life. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
So you need to check your network. Sometimes, like me, all you have to do is to tap into a network. sometimes you need to create the network. And for some of you, that's the missing link. Because you learned all the skills that you need to learn, but you don't have any solid network. And how do you create that network? Let me tell you the truth. What I'm going to say is going to be hard, and most people are not going to do it. I've said it before. Go on Eventbrite. Find 10, 15, 20 events happening. Are you with me? Go there and exchange contacts. Are you following what I'm saying? Some of you, the easiest way. I hope what I'm saying is not going to put me in trouble. I'm a very serious Christian. I promise you people. Some of you need to go for first service in your church, that your local church. You need to go there and worship the Lord. And go for third service in a popping church and join a service unit there. Got that part. Because that's, I'm telling you, you know that this service is for the Lord. Then you go to Harvesters. You go to CCI. I hear what I'm saying. You go to, give me popping elevation. You go to Daystar. I hear what I'm saying. And join a service unit. I have conversations with people because I'm saying it again. Some of you, you have to do more work because you didn't have certain advantages. This is the missing link in many people's sales life. Are you with me? You need to do your network analysis. You have to, from scratch. Some of you need to leave places. You know, I can't remember. Was it David, this rain oil? I've forgotten this rain oil man. What's his name? Ogbeche. I think he said it. He said he used to live at somewhere. He used to go to Redeem on the island. And he noticed that the message they are preaching in the Redeem in his area is different from the Redeem on the island. He said, I'm not joking though. The message that, you know, there's a way they see, those people were not really fighting witches. And that's how his life changed. I'm telling you, if you can do this for 6 months, wake up every Saturday, let no Saturday meet you in your house from today. It's hard work. But the truth is, I'm telling you, it gets to, if you know anybody who's doing well in real estate, there's what we call, you just be going like this in your career. Then all of a sudden, things just begin to go geometrical. Get to the point where demand is looking for you. Right now, we still have the demand. Somebody send us a message here. I'm telling you. So you have to do a network analysis. If all I came to say is this slide, it took me almost 3 years to find it out. I just check everybody on my contact list. What you hear me? So if you went to an amazing school, I don't want to call names of any school, you learned where you have street knowledge, use that street knowledge to enter bus to the island. Use to enter bus to the island. Are you with me? Don't follow them and be arguing stupid arguments online. Say glorify secondary school. You that your secondary school is not glorified. See you. Look at you. Because at the top, it's not a skill game. It's a relationship game. Are you with me? I'll tell you. Yeah, some of these I was online. I'm not more online yet. I don't operate my social media myself. When I was online, I saw DJ Copy one day. She came out. She was not saying choose your network wisely. People come there, Baba, you don't choose your network now. You after the lab on you. You don't get network. See, you cannot be talking this matter. Choose your friends. You know, I was privileged to be Biko. Got to this part. You know the rest I did not really say it like that. This one is but we're in the house of one of the former first ladies. Remember I won't mention the name, you don't have to cut it. First ladies of the country, of a particular state in this country. When I asked for some consulting stuff. And so when we were there, you know, she came, had brief conversation with her. Then her first daughter came. I think she had three daughters. Then when the daughters came, the first thing I realized is that all of us are suffering. You see, this skincare that you're paying for is because we're all broke. When the daughters came, I said, what do? You just see that they're not doing, you know, these hustle jobs, graphic. No. Then they now ask the third one. That's why I was shocked. So what do you do? Say I'm a venture capitalist. Do you know what venture capitalists do? Do you know? Google it. They are the ones that have money. They are looking for businesses to invest in. So, when you are finished eating, you are finished your hustle of life, you don't have anything you're thinking about again, you'll now be looking for people whose businesses to. This girl was probably my age or younger. She was a venture capitalist. Wow. She explained how one of these days she went to an event. When she went to that event, the other one is an artist. They don't do things that, right now, can you say you're an artist? How many artists they see put up? Eh? You haven't seen that hawking paint in the, but the artists that they are doing well, but it's not a really high probability earning field. And then they were at an event with, I think, Dangote. And Dangote just said, what do you do? Dangote said, I do this thing. I paint. How much is this one? How much is this one? It's all at 20 million. Don't worry, I'll buy 2 of them. Dangote paid. Now, that person will be teaching you how to do art. They say you have to express yourself. Baba, don't be expression. Don't be expression. Your mother know that go tell you. They follow me, dog expression. Right? You have to build your network. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Right, so let's look on quickly. I'm almost done. Next thing, quickly. Now, I want to dissect a couple of marketing channels. There are actually about 20 of them, but I know that 20 is like a 2-hour class on its own. But I said I'll do just 5 for you. Are you with me? And then we'll round this off. Now, when we look at marketing channels, many of us, the reason why we have limited number of people talking to us is because we have limited number of ways for people to talk to us. Do you hear what I said? We have limited number of people talking to us because we have limited number of ways for people to talk to us. All right, so I want to zoom into some of these ways. Now, the first way and the most potent way is referrals. Is what? I'm not running research, Ogami. When time is up, let me know. Referrals. Now, how many of you have had somebody refer? Maybe they bought from you, then they referred somebody else to buy from you. Let me see. Good. Talk to me about it.
Not land.
What's Chingom? I'm joking. Talk to me. Land? Okay, what? Stand up. Tell me about it. How did it happen? Listen to him carefully.
Okay, so I had the opportunity to talk to this person. He's a client now. So there was a time he reached out to me and he said, okay, to say, I actually spoke to someone on the behalf. I just want the person to get also. So we are both getting to 2 blood each.
Okay. Good. So I mean, like someone that bought first, then after he bought, he then told his friend about you. Anybody like that? Thanks. Okay. So, but they bought together now.
No. They bought it up. It's like and it's the same line.
Okay, bought. Then he told his friend.
Then he told his friend.
Okay.
They now bought that same product.
Plot together. Okay, great. So he just said, okay, maybe because I had bought from you, buys again. Good. Any other person like that? Referral, let me see. Quickly. Talk to me. Is this something around the story? Somebody bought and then referred?
Yes.
Good. He just said, I bought from you before. Then he referred.
Yes.
Good. Any other person? Same line, something like that. Maybe not exactly, but had bought from you before.
Yeah, the person actually bought from me.
Mm-hmm.
He's staying at Sakwa Ibom,
Mhm.
very far place. So he bought the farmland. And because he has the vision of how I presented
It to him.
it to him, even without seeing it. So it was like he followed up some people on my behalf. And they were like, okay, they're coming to come and check.
Good. Now sit down. That's what I wanted to show all of you. Notice all the referrals here was a thing of chance. Do you know what a thing of chance is? It's something you don't have control over. You bought from somebody and they told somebody about you, right? If they didn't tell somebody about you, it was not in your hand. Are you get what I'm saying? The problem is many of us leave referral to chance. If it happens, it happens. If it does not happen, it does not happen. Are you with me? How many of us have activated a referral to happen? That's where a lot of you lose money from. Let me tell you the truth. Some people don't have money to buy, but they have the network of people who have the money to buy. I hear what I'm saying. There are 3 ways you activate referral in sales. Number 1. I'm coming, please. I'm having to just manage my energy. 3 ways you activate referral in sales. Are you with me? Number 1, you want to excite. Number 2, you want to request. Number 3, you want to incentivize. What did I say? Number one, you want to what? Excite. You see, every time somebody is excited enough, they will talk. Let me give you an example. How many of you have watched a funny video on Instagram? The moment you watch a funny video, what's the next thing you want to do? You want to share it. Are you with me? Because every time humans get excited enough, they want to share it. Are you with me? I'm going to share an internal secret. I don't share, don't worry. You see, I got some master class. Let me tell you something. In our organization, we don't send people messages on their birthday. We don't. You know why? Everybody does. You know what we do? We send them a message 24 hours to their birthday. And we tell them, we know your birthday is tomorrow, but we can't keep calm before tomorrow. We just really wanted to tell you you've been on your mind and have a very, we send a really good message. Do you know what that does to them? We do something else, but I cannot tell you that one. And that's a secret. Have you seen, if there's those people that are selling online course now, you now say, you join my inner circle. For $1,000, however, you can pay $20, bring it first. A day before, I tell my team members, the process to acquiring whatever you are selling is more important than what you are selling. The process must be extremely different. Are you with me? Exciting. Right? So, everybody buys land, yada. What can you do to make your process more exciting? That they buy the land from you, like, what? And sometimes, I just told you, I only take 12.5% of all the money that comes to me. Because 12.5% of 100 million is 12 million. 12.5 million. 12.5% of a billion is 120.5 million. But you know what you are doing? You're taking 100% of that, your 200K. Why don't you delay that thing? I hear what I'm saying. So you could push this money to activate the things that bring bigger money. Do you know what it means to spend 12.5% of your commission? Do you know how disciplined you have to be to do that? I promise you, you don't know. Sometimes I'll just be looking like this. I say, I can be way richer than I am. I'll look at the money in the account. I'm the CEO. I'm the only CEO. I'm the one that owns it. I can just take that money. So you need to excite your people enough. You have to sit down and think very thoroughly. How can we excite them? What can I put in my process? Are you with me? There are a couple of things we do in our organization that I dare say nobody in this country does. Nobody in this country does. Are you with me? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of money to do it. But we do it. So that's the question. How can we excite your people? Think about it. Are you with me? When it's time to deliver the documents, how do you deliver it? Are you with me? Sometimes these things are extremely little. The next thing is, you literally ask for it too. I'm telling you. Somebody just throws in a joke. There's a guy that you bought from us now. Yeah, now Epa ministry now. Jokingly slot it in. You'll be very shocked that they'll just do this. Let me tell you one of the secrets. For example, somebody buys from you. Are you with me? Random day at the beginning of the month. Don't send him 10,000 naira. Don't send her 10,000 naira. Don't send her 5,000 naira. Take that money and buy credit. You know it looks a lot more. Imagine somebody loads your phone with 10,000 naira credit now, 20,000 naira credit, sir. Say, Oga, I just said we say thank you. They pay you 200K commission. So she says, thank you for the land that you bought for us. So, I say, maybe I should buy maybe like 10. I've already bought, so you do it before you tell them. You get what I'm saying? I just sent you this little token, sir. So you can help us call everybody and tell them that you have one good realtor. Are you following what I'm saying? I've indirectly requested for it. That 10K can be the key to your next 2 billion. I'm telling you the truth. There was somebody like that. You see, something I've also realized. Let me tell you another secret. Go and deliver document yourself, if possible. And when you're delivering document, try and deliver it to, if they are working in an office, try and deliver it to their office. And what be this now? And a land, or they buy land chica. Yeah, so which one do you have? Shoo, move to their colleague. I get what I'm saying. right? Some people want it a lot more private, so you have to know what they want, right? So request for it directly, indirectly, in a joke, slot it in. And the talk in it is to incentivize. But incentivizing is very, very dicey. There's a way you can offer somebody a portion of your commission that it becomes an insult. I don't even get what I'm saying, as if they don't have money. So sometimes you have to be very strategic about it, right? Sir, you bought one land from us. How about if you get 2-3 of your friends? You don't even have to pay for this one now. If they buy, the commission fraction that should come to you, we could just use it to give you your own plot of land. We just retain it in the organization, and then you have a plot of land. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So sometimes this incentivizing is not actually the cash. You can offer them an opportunity to own their own land. I know what I'm saying, right? Without paying for it. Just for example, I was in a conversation with a tech. This person hosts a lot of tech events. The person doesn't have the money, but when she hosts the events, people that come, I say, all these people when they come your event now, if you don't get like 12 land this year, but if the person run 100 million, we just keep the money for it. Before you know it, you don't turn estate owner. Are you with me? So you have to be extremely strategic. But what I want you to do from today, you don't leave your referrals to chance. Every transaction is not complete with a customer until you have 3 values from the customer. The first value is you must get the referral value until the client refers you, until the client does testimonial value. Are you with me? And repeat value. These 3 things are important. These 3 values you must extract from every client. Until a client has done all these 3, they are not yet done with you. Right? Referral, testimonial value, and repeat sales value. Are you with me? All right, so let's move on to the next channel. The next channel is, no, go back. I was sick, but I prepared for you. You guys see, my admin sent me these slides back by 2 a.m. 2 a.m. You know. So referral, move a lot faster. The next one is fallout lists. And this is where a lot of realtors miss it. You try to sell to somebody today, the person does not have money, and then you leave him. When he has money, then you're absent. Because the fact that somebody cannot buy today does not mean they cannot buy for life. Are you following what I'm saying? How many of you have ever had a transaction, somebody you don't know came and the transaction was so fast and it closed out? How many of you have had transactions like that? Nobody. You've had a transaction like that. Anytime you see a transaction like that, you are reaping where you did not sow. I'm telling you the truth. There's somebody else that has done all the education and all the English, but that person is not present when it's time to close the sale. Are you following what I'm saying? So your fallout list. When people don't buy from you today, is there a system that you have to at least keep them seeing what you are doing? Are you following what I'm saying? Very, very important. Because what will happen to many of you, and it's one of the most painful things to happen. There's one of my people, he got a G-Wagon December. One of my mentors got a G-Wagon December. Now, he had wanted to get that car for 3 years. Are you following me? 3 years. And the guy will be following up with him. All of a sudden, the guy disappeared. And another guy just came, started following up with him like 6 months earlier. When he had the cash to buy the G-Wagon, guess what? Who he bought from? The guy followed him 6 months earlier. That guy, 3 months, now sent him one car. You know what he did? He just sent him the G-Wagon picture too. The guy said, shit. He had missed that day. Many of you will sow. When it's time to reap, you are not present. You are not present. So when people cannot buy today, because it doesn't take time for God to change people's story. Are you aware? Don't do 1 or 2, attend 2 NSPPD on contract, you'll change your life. I hear what I'm saying, right? So fallout list. Then the next one is WhatsApp status. Another way people use WhatsApp status, people don't know how to fully utilize WhatsApp status. How many of you post on? Let me see, you do WhatsApp status, let me see your hand. Good. How many of you post and hope that people text you? Let me see your hand. That's the problem. When you do WhatsApp, see, first of all, once in a while, go and remove that your read receipt, that blue tick. I know you're airing people, remove it. Right? Then because see, WhatsApp status is, let's say you post a video and the video lasts for maybe 3 minutes. You break it into different statuses, right? Are you aware that if somebody stays through to the end, the person has interest? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes. The person stays through to the end of the video. So sometimes you post WhatsApp status and just like your referral, you leave it to chance for people to text you. No. The guy watched it to the end and said, I noticed you watched my video to the end. Are you interested in buying the property? I hear what I'm saying. Sometimes you go and say, are you free? Let's have a conversation now. All right? So many people's WhatsApp status, they're also reactive. They only wait for people to text them. Once in a while, if I'm extremely free in a sales mode, I'll turn off my read receipt, my blue tick will be on. When I post like this, if you just enter my trap, we watch my status to the end, and I'll post plenty. I hear what I'm saying? Like 10. Once I see that it went from slide 1 to slide 10, you're having a call from me. Sometimes I don't go there. I say, I just I should check up on you. You know, just check up on the person. Before you know, it's that conversation. Shame. They say that venter. Are you with me? Some other times, it's not your WhatsApp status. Somebody posts a WhatsApp status, laugh. I hear what I'm saying? Some of you are too serious. You're forming mature. Laugh. The person posted it because they wanted you to what? To laugh. They posted something funny. Are you with me? Achalugo. You go and laugh. You don't have to be laughing in real life. Just put the laugh emoji there. Just let the conversation start. Conversations increase the probability of conversions. I don't care. I don't really care how many. I just ask my team, how many people are we talking to? Where's the conversation? Just keep the conversation going. So again, like your referrals, don't leave your WhatsApp status to chance. Follow them. The monitoring spirit in your village. Learn work from them. Monitor them. Are you with me? Follow through. I move a bit fast. Then the next one is ads. Ads a lot known now, right? But a lot of people do ads to sell immediately. I personally, it works, but I don't like to think of it like that, right? Many times I do my ads into education or into some funny and all that. I don't think I have much time to explain ads like this. But last one is networking. Are you with me? And I've done a lot of talk around networking. But the one thing I want you to pay attention to, many people network to sell. And that's not how it works. You see, they network to sell. And have you seen somebody that is desperate before and you know this person is desperate? And desperate people sort of repel people. Do you know that? I mean, you met me at an event. By Monday, you're showing me land flyer. It's really, I don't know you. Just as I'm saying. So you see, networking is extremely important. You see, there was a lady like that. They were trying to get her. I think, these branch managers. I was just telling one of my team members, there's a lady who works in Providus. And I was explaining to her, how and exactly what she should do. I was able to him how to tell her what she should do. I said, if she can do this, she's going to get $1 billion account this year. At least. Because I know somebody who really wants to move to Providus, but he just hadn't found anybody who had his time. A really big man. I said, if you can do this. At the very minimum, $1 billion account. She's going to be responsible for it this year. So listen, I want you to follow me quite carefully. When I slow down somewhere, it's extremely important. You network. When you meet somebody, that's one of the questions I always ask my people. What do they do? You meet somebody, you don't know what they do. You don't know what's happening in their lives. The only thing you know is that you want them to buy your property. Your first assignment in networking, listen, is to converse with them to a point where you can find where you can add value to their lives. Are you with me? Let me give you an example. There's this lady wanted to get an account, wanted to get this really big woman to move her accounts to a bank. You know the way they give bank marketers tasks now? Trying to get this lady. She couldn't get this lady. Now she did something. I think she went to the woman's Facebook. When she went to the woman's Facebook, she saw that her child's birthday was on a particular day. No wala. Then she bought a cake, sent it to the child's school. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I say with love from, and then put her bank name. And inside there, she put a card. Are you with me? Now, the woman went to school and said, my own bank no even send me cake. You people sent my child cake and called her. Within 3 months, they organized how to move to that woman's bank. I'm telling you the truth. There's another guy like that has been trying to close the sale. The sale did not close. Say the person will not pick my call. The person has not texted me. What do you see? The moment somebody cannot answer that question, it gets me upset. What does this person do? You don't know what the person does. That's the fundamental question for myself. What does he do? Because once you don't know what he does, you can't add any value to the person. So we asked, what does the person do? They said, this person is into construction, is into this, that. I said, okay, you're trying to get him to buy land, Abby? Okay, not a problem. All right? Stop trying to sell to him. She had been texting this guy didn't respond. Said, okay, tell him, hello, sir, good day, sir. Since you're into construction, I thought I could set up a meeting with the MD of my real estate company. Probably there could be some construction contracts that could happen. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. The guy had not been replying for years, for months. As the guy said, 3 minutes, said, okay, shows up. Now, eventually, they find out that construction, I think the guy was able to supply some things or do some works here and all of that. That guy made 100 million purchase through that realtor. Are you with me? Sometimes what you can offer is not a lot. I don't get what I'm saying. Person needs a tailor, you have a good tailor. Just find a way to first be of value to that person.
I want the groups, I want to